Hi traders, this is Art, and I want to just talk a little bit on this video about the concept of waves, and the subtitle is, how many trades do you need? And here's what I look at. I am not, as you know, an Elliott wave proponent or trader, but I do recognize that more often than not, once a market has made a move that includes three legs in the direction of a trend, that you're going to end up usually in an area of some choppy price movement and the market trying to maybe put in a bottom or a top. So I want to emphasize to you that you're going to try to be getting into moves early and as early as possible. I considered this is definitely a first wave down. This is a wave back up. Initially, I would not necessarily have considered that a wave down. We did meet a nice criteria here. We had a lower high. So had this moved down to this area or below, definitely would have been a wave down in my estimation. But then what happened subsequently to this, for me, said, yes, this was a wave down, because we had a very long, extended wave on the next leg down. So initially, if I'd been trading this on that day, I would have kind of been assuming that this entry that set up and would have met my entry criteria here after the open. I would have thought that I was taking that at the start of the second wave down. And let me just show you, though, why I then would have changed my mind. Remember, we see now what happened. If you were taking this entry here, you might very well have thought when you were taking the entry that you were getting involved on the second wave down, and there would certainly be an opportunity possibly for another entry on the third wave. The concept here is, after I have three waves in any direction, I'm going to be very, very picky about another trade entry. Typically, I want a very nice retracement to occur before I'm willing to get involved again. Now, I scrolled over, and just to show you the rest of that move, that was a big move to the downside here. And after that would have occurred, I definitely would determined that this was the second wave down, and what I got involved in entry-wise was on the third wave down. Had you been using an SAR trailing stop, you would have gotten stopped out above this bar at 5:45, right to the tick. So you might have taken a shot at another entry here, because at this point, really, still would not have been convinced that this was a leg down. Definitely once it got to this level, basically over twice the initial move down, I would have been considering this a second leg. Trying to keep these videos to 5 minutes, so I've got a little bit more time left here. And after we got down to the bottom here and put in this little pivot, look what happened to price action. See, this is not a good entry for me, because we're at the end of the third wave in this move, and I'm expecting price to do exactly what it started to do here. Here we had an entry trigger, but look what happens to price. Goes back up. Even this tag of the 89 is not something I'm interested in trading at this point. I want a 23 to love to have a 38% price retracement using the Fibonacci to look to get back involved for an entry here. So just running over just the concept of waves, that you want to try to get into the entry. If you get into the entry on the first wave down, that is absolutely fabulous. Second wave is great. The third wave, the move is getting long in the tooth, and if you want to take any additional entries, you really need to see a more substantial retracement against the existing trend, and then price to roll over and give you, or turn up to give you another entry. That's it. The concept of waves and how many trades do you need. Have a great day trading, and I will see you in the room.